And welcome,
Too professional.
everyone. It's been a dick here, Mr. Birthday Boy, but welcome everyone to the slide. The bastard son of Seesaw, and we're not alone. This time we have Rich from Knights of the Vale.
Howdy, howdy.
And we have Chad of Hindsight is 2200.
I'm back, bitches.
But for how long?
That means I'm going,
hey,
man.
Hey, Cleves, don't even fucking start, man.
It's good to have you boys on. And as the people who have watched the last slide know, this is very loosey-goosey. And I'm going to throw the topic out, but if we don't do it, it doesn't really matter. But I'd rather just try it out now, just in the back of your minds. We're going to talk about barbecues, luau's, parties, anything you've done where there's good things, bad things. Now, let's just go down a rabbit hole with this one.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite curious because you guys have had Independence Day recently. What's that like? What's that been like?
It's been pretty good. I mean, other than my dogs being scared as all can be, I got on my fingers, so I guess everything turned out great.
Well, you, Rich, I kind of want to know. Like, I feel like Southern barbecues, like where it's at.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because it was actually my birthday. It's Independence Day.
Hey,
Yeah,
happy
course.
birthday, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And I actually ate the barbecue for my birthday meal.
As
So
you
when
should.
y'all were talking about this, I was like, it could not fit any better, you know.
Nice.
But yeah, it was a good day. But they're usually like, I don't know, my birthdays now are a lot calmer than what they used to be. Some of the older birthday parties included like several fists of alcohol, some R2D2 cooler that was full of about 60 beers and
That is an amazing cooler.
oh yes, and a 5-gallon like igloo cooler with a spout that was full of
Yes.
punch.
I love a good igloo
man.
cooler. I've just been to watch Formula One this weekend, and I upgraded myself to an igloo cooler, and it kept my beers cold for like 3 days. It was sweet.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, they're really nice.
So we used to have them whenever I worked in tobacco on the farm, and bought this one at a Goodwill because I knew the party, so I wasn't worried about it getting tore up. I was not buying a new one, but it was full of 5 gallons of punch, and not to mention the fruit at the end of the cleaning out the cooler, which
Wait.
really
So
tasty.
You just actually filled the entire cooler full of
Well,
punch.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck,
That's what
yeah,
you're supposed to do.
Now, if you're doing the cheap man punch, you do Hawaiian punch, and you can cut up fruit in it, but you usually put like 4 to 5 types of liquor in it, along with like fruit and some fruit juices in there, and then you drink it, and then you eat the fruit that's left over.
That
but
sounds like redneck Pims. So we got Wimbledon on at the moment.
Yeah.
And Wimbledon is like Pims is such a poncy thing. I fucking hate Pims.
Okay, look, I'm gonna say it. I quite like Pims, but I'm not gonna.
Okay, so what is Pims?
It's a kind of.
What's the spirit, Cleves? Because I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what the spirit is, but it's like a sort of fruity punch drink that mainly
Okay.
women drink at like Wimbledon
Gotcha.
and
Yes.
A
So
day
very
for
similar
raisins.
to a
It's very
so like
punch.
a hunch punch.
yeah, but only not as. It tries to be way more classy.
Gotcha.
See, this ain't classy. This is, as we say in the South, it'll knock your pecker in your watch pocket. I mean, if you drink 3 glasses of this and you're not buzzing at least, then somebody didn't mix it right.
Oh,
Or
shit.
you're an alcoholic.
We don't call me names on the show.
I wasn't talking about you.
Oh, okay. And I'm not an alcoholic. I was a professional.
Nah, there you go. There you go. And no, like it's always intriguing, like hearing about like all these weird cultural things. And like Chad, you've done something today with the Girls from This Is What Blind Looks Like. We did an entire series with them about the differences.
Oh, pop
And
stick out there.
It was it was all about disability, of course, but it's always good to hear like the different styles of things, and it's like,
Yeah,
especially when
it was
comes
really
like
great to talk
barbecue
to
and
them.
stuff.
Yeah, do you guys so for you guys over in the UK, and of course this is my ignorance showing completely. Barbecues, I mean, like, are they in any way different, similar to what we do here over in the States? Because we just we get a grill, we get some beers, we get some meat, have a couple of friends, and just cook out.
That's pretty much the same here.
All right, that's good to know.
I think the food is different though, isn't it? Like,
Okay.
Your food sounds way better than ours. To be fair.
Yeah.
Well, what do y'all do?
Ours is just like you go to the supermarket or a local butcher's, get some burgers and sausages, slam them on the barbecue, maybe
If
make a
you're
few
lucky,
kebabs.
you get some kebabs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's about it.
So
So
no
that's a regular
ribs,
weekend
brisket.
None of that shit. Like, we don't get anything good. We don't get anything good. It's like you get your burger, you get your hot dog, and if you're lucky, you get a kebab or some chicken, and that's it. And that's it. And it's kind of depressing. Like we don't
It's
do
not
the
depressing.
ribs.
Fuck off.
Oh, come
Well,
on,
I'm
man.
finishing to depress y'all a little more because here in the States, we have different kinds of barbecue.
Oh yeah, we do.
I mean, you have a Carolina style, you have a
Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis style, you have
Mhm.
a Kansas City style.
Mhm.
Georgia has a style.
I think
I
Texas has their own style too.
Yes, they do. That was the other
Mhm.
one I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
So there's different styles of barbecue here.
Mhm. And they all use different sauces. They cook it different and prepare it differently too.
I mean,
They
some
have
people-
complete competitions.
Yeah.
Big competitions.
See, the only styles over here is based on price. You go to if you go to a barbecue, you got a good burger and it's like nice and juicy and they've done a good job. Like, it's good. But then I've been to barbecues. My uncle is the worst for barbecues. I've got loads of uncles, so you won't know which one it is, even if they were listening. But then, like, the burgers would be so thin. They're like they're like coasters, and
Yeah.
you'd shard them black immediately, and you'd grab it and you could snap it like a fucking biscuit, and it's like, fuck is this? Because he would pay like $2 for 24. And it's like, there's no meat in this. It's all fucking sawdust, man. Like, this is what you put on the barbecue to get the fire going, not to eat.
The charcoal briquette.
Yeah.
I grill on a gas grill. And I mean, I'll grill anything, I made burgers a couple months ago. I bet you each one of them was at least 3/4 of a pound.
Shit, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You eat half one and you were full. Unless you're like me and you're fat and you're like, eat the whole thing and then thinking about the hot dog, too. But
That's right. You don't finish until you feel disgusted.
exactly. Exactly.
Vegan
But,
to
I mean,
bod.
I love
for
it.
sure.
No, that's mad.
Rich, I gotta ask you, do you do any charcoal grill work?
I have in the past.
Yeah.
I find not being able to see, it's a lot easier to do the propane
Gotcha.
because you can control the flame there. That and
Mhm.
I'm a big fan of King of the Hill. I sell
Yeah.
propane and propane
Yeah.
accessories.
Yeah. I love a good smoked chicken on charcoal grill. Nothing better.
I use whenever I did on charcoal, I used a little bit of it, but I discovered the charcoal wood bricks.
Yeah.
And I like them a lot better. They seem to burn more evenly for me.
Yeah.
But I got the gas grill and roll with it now.
Rich, how do you get on with not being able to see the grill, man? It's fucking dangerous
Um,
territory.
Well, it really is with the gas, but I can tell you a funny story. Like the second time I tried it, luckily I grilled whenever I could see, so I had that basis. I mean, I love to cook as it is, but what I do is I'll judge by like how it feels, like with a spatula or something, and I'll usually go like I'll let it cook 5 minutes, check see how it feels, like if it's bouncy or like really really firm.
Just like
judge
women.
that. Yeah. Oh,
Shake them every 5 minutes, see if they're bouncing firm.
I'll go by the judgment of that. Now, if somebody wants like steaks a different way, I'll Google up like approximate time that you would cook it so it would, be to their liking. But I usually just go by feel and intuition. Now, the funny story is, I had turned on the gas and turned on the knobs to. God, y'all make it sound so perverted now.
You're the one turning knobs, man.
But I turned it on and went to push the button to start it, and it didn't. So think about that gas building up right there. So I leaned over like, I don't feel any flames. Well, then I hit the button again, and I didn't have eyebrows for a little bit.
Shit, man.
Well, I guess it's on now, ain't it?
Oh shit, man. I mean, that happens. That does happen. Well, it's not happened to me, but I can imagine that.
Do you have to like, right? When you say you just do it by intuition, like if me or T do it, we use like a barbecue glove.
Yeah, that's the. Like, we've done a lot of like tips on some of our episodes, and the biggest thing that we've like found is you can get like barbecue gloves, and they're like proper like gloves, like winter gloves, like individual fingers, but they're resistant up to like 800 Celsius. So when I'm doing a barbecue and I'm like evening out the coals, I don't even fuck around with like any tongs or anything. I'm like, I want the coals to be there. You just put your hand in, it's like it goes up your wrist, like up your forearm. It's like fine. Like it doesn't bother me. It's like this is not an issue.
Then use another glove if you can't see like the burgers on the grill and stuff. You can feel around.
You feel around like,
with the other glove, and then just turn them.
Yeah, that's what I do. Like,
dude, that sounds awesome.
I've never heard of those. I use it's a thing called oven glove. Like you can take pots and all out of the oven and then not burn you. That's what I use.
It'd probably be something similar.
Yeah, that's what I'm
They're like
thinking.
two separate gloves though. They're like two separate gloves. They've got like rubber on them.
Yeah,
and they're like blacksmith style gloves, like for what blacksmiths use, like for horseshoes and shit. But you can at least move your fingers and your hands so you can feel around on the grill and go, okay, there's a burger. And you just don't even fuck with a spatula.
That sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like wash them before, obviously.
Right.
No, we don't do that in the South. That's flavor from the last time.
I say that's wasted juices and flavor right there.
But no, that's...
We use it for the log burner as well. I got a log burner downstairs for like the winter, and again, you just stick your hand in, chuck a few logs on.
Yeah, even with the flames.
We call that a fireplace.
Yeah.
Touche. My poshness is showing. Fuck.
Yeah.
But like
wanker.
But yeah, like you can put your hand right in the fire. Like that's what I do. Like you put a log on there, it's like you're a bit nervous to begin with, but you're like, after a couple of times, you think that should have really hurt. Like,
I think that would make me too confident. I feel like if I had those, I would just start to feel indestructible. It's just like, here comes fire! I'm indestructible!
Picking fights with guys in the street, I wear my heat-proof gloves.
Because see,
I cannot be burnt!
I'll use the oven glove and then like the spatulas that you can like kind of makes like a pinching motion, kind of like tongs,
Yeah.
I'll use that to flip stuff. I won't have to check into those gloves.
So they're quite cheap.
They sound pretty cool.
20. Well, I guess that's probably about $25 to $30 on Amazon, something like that.
But they're worth it. Like, don't get a cheap one. You can get some really cheap shit on there.
And they're just called like barbecue gloves?
Yeah. Just look them up. They're barbecue gloves.
All right, I'll have to search those.
But don't get the cheap ones. Like,
it was sure nice of Cleve to say he was getting me that for my birthday. That's awesome.
Yeah. What you said to me for mine, man?
I was about to say, what are you getting him for his?
It's a box that will arrive. It has South Georgia air in it. Be very careful.
South.
How south is it?
Yeah.
It's from the Boston butt area of the hog.
It might just be nothing but humidity.
I wouldn't doubt it.
We got enough of that at the moment.
I'm definitely gonna check into them gloves.
Yeah,
a decent. Okay, so boys, let's talk worst barbecue you've been to or the best barbecue you've been to. I mean, if you want, I can start off. Let's pour myself a drink because that's what we do on the slide. I don't edit this shit either. Like, I'll top and tail it, but that's about
I
it.
love the fact that Rich, you got Iron Brew, man. That's it.
Oh, it's awesome.
It is, like I said, it tastes like bubble gum and like citrus to me.
It's such a weird
What,
drink.
what is this?
Chad, you weren't important enough to be told about it.
Well, you can tell me now, you bastard.
Yes, I am, but I'm not a bastard. I am the bastard. So you're right next time. Now it's a soft drink from Scotland that, if I remember right, has 31 or 32 different flavors in it.
Yeah.
I think it's what it said, and I paid like $13 and some change for 6 of them. Because Cleves and T, who is also Tony, go figure, told me about it. I was like, huh. And I love trying like new sodas like that.
Yeah.
So found it on Amazon. I was like, it's my birthday weekend anyway, so let me go ahead and buy it. So
What's it
got
called?
it, and Iron Brew, IRNBRU.
All right,
It's-
I'll have to
it's
check
going
it
to
out.
get royalties from that.
Yeah, it's a weird drink. It's like you can taste it and be like, "What the hell is that?" It means so like everyone has a different perspective on it. It's so weird as a flavour. Like no one can nail it down. It tastes so different to everyone.
Yeah, I thought it was orange. You said it was bubblegum. I'm like, what?
And I'm just like, with me, it's like really lemony, but it's weird. Like everyone's different with it.
I swear each can tastes a little different too. Because I've had this is my second one,
It
and
depends
this
on-
one tastes a bit more like orange than it does the bubble gum.
Depends on which Scotsman put their dick in the batch before.
Oh,
I knew it was a bit nutty.
that's that makes it orange as well.
Oh, those are notes of soap I'm getting.
It's a
Oh,
bit
that's definitely a
sticky.
Jonathan brew, that one, yeah.
Uh,
Oh well, okay. Let's get into some crazy stories. So, I'll start off. I went to a barbecue, and I'm not going to talk about the food on this one. It wasn't so much about the food. The food was fine, as we've said. Like the barbecues in the UK, they're a little bit shit. They're okay. We like a good barbecue, but they're nothing like the US.
Get to the goddamn point.
So it was at a family friend's, and they had a really nice house. Like really nice. They were well off. They had like
How nice was it?
they had their own swimming pool, which is not common in the UK.
No.
And they had like I don't know, it's not an outhouse, because an outhouse is a toilet. It's like we call it
Summer house.
summer house. So it's like a little, I don't know, bungalow. You got one bedroom in it and a kitchen and stuff down the end of the.
It's not a summer house. That's like a fucking
No,
extra
it
garden
was like a
bungalow.
converted garage down the end, but they had like a bedroom in there, like for guests, and like a little like kitchen thing, like a microwave and shit.
Did you go to fucking Buckingham Palace? Where the fuck did you go?
I lived around a lot of fancy people, mate, at one point.
What happened to
to
you?
Hyde Park.
Yeah.
So like we were at this barbecue, and like they said, oh, don't go in the main house if you need to go for a piss. Like go into like the guest house. Like, okay, yeah, cool, fine, whatever. And we go in there, and like there's always that thing, like you don't know whatever people's plumbing is like or what their house are like. Everyone's like, you get used to your own toilet and stuff like that. And I don't know what happened, but I had a massive shit, like
Blew it up?
huge one. And it's like I was a bit drunk. I was like, okay, start flushing. And I'm like, okay, it's not going down. Like there's no fucking power behind this toilet. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, this has to go down. So you're getting like the brush, like the scrub brush, and I'm pushing it down. And then I pull the brush back and it's just a stick. Like the head of the brush is fucking gone at this point. So I flush again because I'm drunk and I think, oh, water's gonna move this fiasco. It doesn't. It fills it up, like the fucking toilet up, and it's not like draining. I'm like, okay, I'll walk away from this.
Yeah, just walk away. Just
Yeah, I walked away from this.
Oh, as you walk out, you don't want to go in there, mate. Someone's blocked it.
And then what was worse, like half an hour later, the guy whose house it is goes, someone's fucked the toilet, own up to it now, I won't be angry. No one said nothing. And then what he had done is he'd gone up to his office and printed out a do not use sign on a bit of A4, stuck it to the toilet. He's like, okay, now you have to go inside. And it's like we went into the main house and everyone trashed his carpet as well. It had been raining a little bit, so that's the reason he didn't want anyone in his house. And we just ruined his new carpet because I blocked and broke his toilet.
Now, has he ever?
Proud.
Have you
That's
ever
what
told
I'm
this to
saying.
him?
No, he's never known that it was me. No one owned up to
So
it.
if you're listening right now,
Now you know the rest of the
yeah.
story.
Sorry, Michael.
Uh,
So yeah, not about the food, but about me destroying a toilet.
yeah. So mine is not so much about the food either. It's more so about the events that took place at this cookout. So it was a celebration for a family friend who was turning 40. So we all went out together, and of course, in Florida, pools are actually common. So had a pool, everyone's there together. So for some reason, it was my job to make sure that the birthday person didn't get too drunk. So I was literally had a necklace put around me that had a bottle of water connected to it. And basically, anytime the person came up to me, he had one that had a cup. So he had a necklace with a cup. So anytime he come up to me, he'd tap me, and then I'd pour water into his cup so he would drink. Because everybody's just giving this guy shots because it's his 40th birthday. So it was my job to make sure that he stayed sober. Well, I failed because I got an allergy attack. So my eyes started swelling up. So I ended up taking Benadryl. So I ended up falling asleep. So not only does he get drunk, but someone that was attending the party also really got drunk. And this person is a person of color. And they thought it was going to be a good idea that they got in the pool naked. So,
That was a good idea.
So there's, there were kids at this party though, is the thing.
Oh, sometimes
So
it's not
there's
a good
this,
idea.
so there's this grown guy.
they got to learn sometime.
Yeah.
And he just starts running around completely naked, dogs swimming back and forth, and he's just in the pool, just floating on his back, just dick hanging out as he's floating around.
God damn it.
And when I wake up, all I hear is, "Oh, Chad, you missed it last night. Last night, someone let the black snake come out to play."
Oh,
The trouser schnauzer.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man.
So that was fun. I'm sad that I had to take a Benadryl and fall asleep and missed that part, but it's just like then a bunch of other people got really messed up because there's jealous shots involved. So there was some bushes that got used for things that shouldn't be used.
Yeah, opening bottles.
Just one of those parties where everybody looks back at and goes, "Wow, what a hell of a 40th birthday."
Yeah. The whole time when T was talking about he went inside to use the bathroom, I'm thinking, no, not down here in Georgia. We just like walk into the woods,
Yeah.
even for
I
shit.
mean, yeah. Yeah, carry a couple
Yeah.
paper towels with you.
Yeah, just even if you're traveling on a road and you've got like 10 miles to the next stop and you gotta go, well, you just do what you got to do and handle your business.
Pop a squat.
Get out the car, go to the nearest bush, and you just handle your business.
You know what? That's Rich. No way, man. Like, no way can I be at a barbecue of yours, grab a couple of paper towels, and be like, "Be back in a minute," then head into the woods like the end of a fucking film.
Do you wave people off with them? Like, see ya.
It's like,
Yeah,
You'll be on the next
I'll be back
Bigfoot.
in a minute.
You'll be on the next big Sasquatch the next Sasquatch video, and here you see in its natural environment, it's just T taking a shit in the wood with paper towels.
I'm too bald, man. I ain't got enough hair to be a fucking Sasquatch. I like an egg with legs.
if you're like at your house, I mean, you know, of course you can go and use the bathroom, but you can also like use a 5-gallon bucket. I mean, done that before too.
So you don't like.
Walk out in the cornfield, and I mean, I told y'all I was redneck.
But shitting in a bucket, that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
I've never
You don't
done
need-
that,
Okay,
but I
fair.
have heard that that definitely is something that happens.
Yeah, you don't need to piss in the bucket. You can piss on the ground.
Well, T finds it disgusting when I go camping that I take a 5-liter bottle of water. I don't know what that is in gallons. Anyway, a 5-liter
Couple
bottle of
gallons,
water,
Yeah.
and once it's empty, I then stick it in my tent. And because it's, you know, like a 10-minute walk to the toilet block at a festival, just piss in the bottle.
No.
Yeah, what's
I'm
wrong
not-
with that, T?
Right,
T,
I'm not-
No.
Thank
T,
you.
you're gonna
Everybody does it.
T, you're gonna sit here and deny that you've used the bottle.
Okay. So, it isn't the fact that he does it. This isn't the thing. The thing is, he would then pack, like, this is at a festival, like, or at the Formula One, something like that. We have people clear up campsites afterwards. And what he'll do is he'll piss and fill up like a 5-liter bottle, and
It
then
was
half,
1.3 5-liter bottles this year.
yes, and another half, basically. So 1.5 of these huge bottles, and then he will leave them
That's
where
about 6
his
bits.
tent has fucking been for the person who's getting paid minimum wage to come around, and they've got to
That's my-
deal with this.
That's my dude.
I mean,
no, no.
I mean, that's their job.
Exactly. And just to be clear, this year I took it to the trash bins, and it wasn't just me. You could clearly see that other people had left 5-liter bottles of piss there.
It's
What the fuck is this? Lemonade?
bad, man.
Oh man.
That is a DM's favorite friend right there. Is a big bottle. If you don't want to have to get up, I mean,
I'll be honest. I debated taking a shit in a bin bag in my tent at one point, and I didn't do it, but it was getting pretty close.
I'm not saying anything to that one because I've already made fun of me enough.
I would just
but-
play it off like if I had to do that, I would just use one of my dog's busy bags and be like, "Yeah, Andrew's had to go to the bathroom."
That bag's too small though. I mean,
Yeah,
trying to hold that
you
steady.
yeah.
Maybe it's a slow day.
Maybe.
Every day was a slow day
Could
until
be.
it happened. Fuck.
I was trying to think of like the funniest or the worst barbecue thing I went to. I wouldn't say it was like bad. It's definitely a memory that we have. We had, grilled some wings and, hamburgers. What y'all do for special occasions is like a every weekend thing for us.
Yeah.
And we were drinking, of course, and it got a little out of hand. We had gone through a couple fists and a couple 30 packs. And this one guy pulled up, nobody liked him. And he was running his mouth. One of those kind of people, think they're
Yeah.
everything and really ain't nothing. And he said, "I'm out of alcohol. I want something to drink." Well, me and a couple other buddies had this like mason jar, which is like a, kind of like a big pickle jar
Yeah.
that we'd rinse our mouth out with, and spit into it, so we didn't like spit near everybody else.
What?
Okay,
Okay, let's just go back a second, because I'm a little bit.
He fed this to this guy out of
What?
spite. I can already see it
Oh
coming.
yeah.
But what? Who? Hang on. Why does this mason jar exist? Why are you washing your mouth out with what? And why into this jar?
Well, it's like the mouthwash and all, and we'd spit into it. I don't know why we wouldn't just spit on the ground. I mean, we was already drunk at this point in time.
Well, that's nice. It's clean.
Yeah, I mean,
Still, like, why do you have this, John?
Yeah,
why are you
washing
washing
your
out
mouth
of
out?
What are you
Barbecue.
washing
Just-
out of
just
your
in
mouth?
case this guy came
do
around.
not remember. I do not remember. I mean, honestly, I just know that we were rinsing our mouth out and spitting into it. But anyway,
Okay.
like Chad said, he ruined the whole end of the whole story. Appreciate it.
What?
He kept getting the attitude, and we said, "Here, drink some of this. It's moonshine." And oh yeah, it was probably half a jar full, and
Oh.
he chugged it He choked it all down.
Oh, that's actually making me feel a bit sick.
Oh yeah, and then he kept getting an attitude with everybody, and he asked this one guy, said, "You want some of this?" Guy set down his beer and said, "Yeah, I'll take a little bit," and then began to like German suplex him, I think 7 times in a row. and he got up and said, "I said I'm gone." And he stumbled to his truck, crunk it up, revved the engine 3 or 4 times, and backed right into a tree.
He just got all the bad luck.
Oh, he did.
Shit,
He's never
man.
come back to another party though.
Oh shit, that's awesome, man.
Love that.
Oh.
So not only did you chug spit, you got German suplex 7 times, and then you backed your truck up into a truck. Not a truck, but into a tree. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, what a series of unfortunate events for your dumb ass.
Yeah.
And like I told you, nobody liked him because he was one of those braggarts that, you know, he had everything and didn't like anybody, but acted, you know, thought everybody should like him. The poor, pitiful me kind of guy. Yeah, he got what it was coming to him.
Yeah, I would assume so.
So Cleves, you're still yet to give us one of your classic stories.
I don't have anything that could top that. I mean, I used to have a barbecue every single year for probably from 16 onwards, and most of them just involved me getting drunk, throwing up on people occasionally. I mean, the first time it happened was when I was about 16 and I had a bunch of vodka. Probably, well, what's the fifth? The fifth is like 70 centiliters, right? Well, I drank like 2/3 of a fifth, I guess, plus whatever beers were there. But I was only 16, I'd never done that before. So my parents ended up being like, "Oh yeah, we should just shower him and get him into bed." I'm like, my fucking parents. At 16, I don't want you fucking showering me. But it happened. My ex-girlfriend was there. That was pretty bad. There was a time that I used to be in a band years back. We played same place in my house again. I used to have a detached garage. We played in the garage one day. Everyone threw talcum powder everywhere. I got fake tattoos on my head for some reason. And then we pulled a piece. Oh no, this is a different party actually. There was one party where my sister was there and glass smashed all over the floor. And for some reason she was walking around barefoot.
Oh.
We had to get tweezers and pull a piece of glass out of her foot. But she was so like fucking scared of it. She was, I don't know why. We were like, oh, let's all just sing a song and you can sing the song while we pull the piece of glass out. No one knows the song, so we're all going, "Happy birthday to you." As someone quickly grabs some tweezers and pulls glass out. That one was pretty bad. Someone fell over and hit the head one year.
Ooh.
There was a really dark time where I nearly pushed someone on the train tracks because he was being an absolute cunt to everyone in the party. We were living like not far from the train tracks, and we walked there, and I was pretty close to doing it, but we never did. And then the problem is we got him eventually back home and to bed, and I never spoke to him again. He was a cunt. I hated him. The long and short of it was he hit both my mum and my then girlfriend.
Oh shit.
Oh
Yeah. And
You
I
don't hit-
probably pushed him.
I mean, like, okay, girlfriend's one thing, but you don't hit a mom.
it was both.
Oh, he'd got kicked in the knapsack.
Oh, I mean, he would have got destroyed in my household.
And I was screaming at him on my front porch, front sort of garden, and the neighbours came over and said they'd call the police. That was a particularly bad one.
Yeah.
This isn't Confessions of a Cleves, you know.
But it is just this is just like parties I've had over the years, and they've all been like similar ones. Or I had a bouncy castle for my 21st birthday.
Okay, stop. You had a bouncy castle for your 21st birthday.
Yeah, mate. You can hire a bouncy castle overnight, and if you ever got fucked and gone on the bouncy castle, I tell you what, you know, as soon as you hit 18, bouncy castles are a workout. They're not fun. They're actual like a workout.
I'm just imagining your parents going, "So Cleves, it's your 21st birthday. What do you want more than anything? Do you?"
I thought it'd be fun. You know, get drunk, go on a bouncy castle, sleep on a bouncy
I
castle.
can't say anything. I think it'd be pretty fun too.
Yeah,
Right?
I get that. It's kind of like a waterbed at that point.
Yeah. Anyway, someone decided, oh, I'll climb under one side of the bouncy castle and come out the other.
No.
About 10 minutes later, we were like, where the fuck is this guy? I had to drag him out from under the bouncy castle. That was 1 year. He was all right. He seemed fine.
Helium.
I think he
Die
just
from
went
the
to sleep.
helium.
I think he just went to sleep. He went to the local supermarket at the end of that night, fell off his bike on the way.
Oh shit.
He was fine.
So never party with Cleves.
That's what I was just thinking. I mean,
things are tamer these years. I don't know.
that's why I quit drinking.
I don't. Ever since I moved from that house, actually, like, actually 1 year, that same year where talcum powder was thrown everywhere, was the same year my sister had bought back some absinthe from, I don't know, like Cyprus or somewhere. Anyway, it was about 80%, so what's that, 160 proof? And anyway, we all drank a shitload, and it was our drummer's first gig with us. It wasn't really a gig because it was at my house, but we could barely play. But the absinthe was on the side at the back of the garage near a window. But I didn't know. My dad was just reaching through the window and glugging this fucking absinthe. He wakes up in the morning, his bedroom coated in sick everywhere.
Oh.
He got more fucked than any of us.
I've never had absinthe. Is it anything similar to like Jägermeister?
It actually is quite similar. It tastes very aniseedy.
Okay, because I like Jägermeister, but I've never had absinthe.
Yeah, it's not.
But I've heard it's one of those things that it can really fuck you up.
Yeah, old school absinthe could. I think
Yeah.
these days they try and regulate it a little bit.
Yeah.
That golden grain, if y'all have ever had that, or that may just be an American thing. That, I think it's like 180, 160, 180.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's, I mean, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
I am ashamed to say that a girl out-chugged me on that.
Oh shit.
I don't think there's any shame in that.
No, man.
Nope.
No, man.
You know what I
can
think
have it.
You know what I think is crazy though is like nowadays it's more like these sweeter, fruitier drinks that are like the ones that are like sneakily deadly when it comes to their alcohol content because it's just like, oh yeah, have like a Four Loko. Oh, it tastes like an energy drink, but it'll fucking kill you if you drink too many of those shits.
Purple
So
drink.
it's just like, you know, it's like they've kind of tamed like a lot of like the more stronger stuff, but like a lot of the sweet shit so uncalibrated. It's just like you can get drunk on a freaking limerita in a heartbeat if you're not careful.
I think that's it though. Like you know all the harsh drinks. They used to taste harsh. Now they're
Yeah.
like, oh, we're taking the edge off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like there's this drink in England called Tiki Fire, like Old Jay's Tiki Fire Rum, and I think it's 8. I think that is 8%, so like 160 proof, and it just tastes like smooth vanilla.
Yeah.
But you have a couple of them and you are fucked.
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah. I'm trying to think of that. I think it's Calico Jack that we have here. It's like whipped vodka. I mean, it's like whipped vodka. They have birthday cake. They have vanilla. Stuff like, that whipped vanilla.
yeah.
Man,
That stuff is
cherry.
dangerous. Calico
Hold on.
Jack is dangerous.
You got
Oh.
birthday cake vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
We've got glazed donut. We've got whipped cream.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
chocolate
What?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, to
I
be
think
fair,
there's the orange cream one.
in England they have this place called Vodka Revs, and they used to do these shots, and it was like they used to call it a pallet of shots, and there was about 10 shots, and they have all different flavored vodkas, but you could choose from about 30. Donut one was not on there, but I remember the birthday cake being on there.
My problem is if I buy like a glazed donut or a birthday cake vodka, I always have to be like, all right, well this is good, but what the fuck do I mix it with?
Yeah,
You know, 'cause at that point it's like, what? There's not a lot I can really mix this with before I mess it up and it tastes terrible.
Strawberry milk.
Yeah, but at
Oh,
that point
no.
you're really limited to what you can make with the drink.
Yeah. That's why I'm usually whenever I did drink, it was like Jim Beam and cherry with Coke.
Right. Yeah.
that
You
was
can't go
very
wrong
classic.
there.
I love that.
That's a
though.
classic. Yeah.
I mean, it started off, it was like half and half.
Mm-hmm.
The next drink is kind of like a little more liquor than Coke. By the time you're at the end of the party, it's like there is no more Coke.
Yeah,
It's like,
The Coke's been gone.
Because me and a buddy of mine could make a 2-liter Dr. Pepper blast for 2 half-gallons of wild turkey in a weekend.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah, wake up one morning, I ain't doing this ever again.
3 weeks
Follow-
later.
Oh, no. 5 o'clock that afternoon. Hey, man, what you doing? Not a lot. You gonna come up? Yeah.
Want to do the same shit we did yesterday? Yeah, I
Oh,
do.
yeah. But see, and being rednecks, we had fires every single time. Dangerous alcohol fire. And one time I got a little intoxicated, and it's like, Richard, have you shot a gun since you lost your sight? No. Come over here.
Man.
So I walk over there. It's like, here, just point it here and pull the trigger. Okay. You pulled the trigger, and like I near about fell over. Near about shot out their yard light that they had in their house, to light up the
man.
yard. Oh man, I definitely got alcohol stories.
Oh yeah, so that's a good one. Let's all share our most fondest memories of our peak drunkenness.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say guns.
No,
See,
I've only shot a
gun.
gun once, and that was with severe supervision.
See, yeah, I've only shot. Well, I shot several guns, but on one occasion, it was for a person's stag do in a bunker in Estonia.
Okay,
Oh no, that's pretty much it. We just
very specific. It's very specific.
Yeah, we decided to go on a like I was best man for a person's stag do, and I had to organise this one. And we decided that he travels a lot, so he wanted to go somewhere he'd never been before. So we're like, oh, we'll go to Estonia. What activities do you want to do? And he was like, I'm not really sure. So I just picked one, and it was gun firing. Some people didn't even do it because they were so fucked from the night before. But it was like a bunch of guns, and you went to this sort of underground bunker, and it was supervised and everything. You were meant to shoot a target. But the one thing I do remember is shooting this Magnum, and there was such a kick on it that I thought I'd be a fucking Billy Big Balls badass and be like, oh, I shoot it twice in quick succession. Nope.
Double tap.
Yeah.
Ooh.
First time it had so much kickback. The second time I was hitting the roof beams, and the guy tapped me on the shoulder and went, nope.
Yeah, man.
That's
I mean,
fun.
I've never shot like my dad's in the military. He's got a rifle, and I used to do a thing called acoustic shooting, which is where you have a target. It's rifle shooting to the blind. I don't know how widespread it is, but they put a piece of metal behind the bullseye of a target. It must be 20 yards away. And then you have a scope on it that's attracted to metal. It's like a magnetic scope, so it screeches, and the higher the pitch in your ears on the headphones, the closer you are to that metal plate. So it's an Olympic sport. I'm always shit at it, but it is an Olympic sport. The whole point of it is you've got to get as close with that sight to that piece of metal, and get you do it by pitch, like the pitch as high as it can. You have a steady hand and then you fire.
I'd love to get that shit, Bash. That'd be well good.
That'd be kind of cool.
That would
honestly.
be really fun.
Yeah.
It's hard. Like the one thing I will say, it sounds like it is good to do, but it's so difficult. You think, I just wait for the highest pitch. I'm good at that. But when you're thinking you're talking 0.5 millimeter, less than that, then you move the rifle, and that pitch is gone.
Yeah.
You're talking levels of pitch, and that's where it becomes the Olympic, Paralympic sport, because you have to not only find that zone, but you need to hold it there and squeeze a trigger to fire off, and then adjust for the kickback from the rifle as well.
Yeah.
So it's super tough.
I bet the deaf aren't very good at it.
And you can't do it when you're drunk, can you?
Well,
I can't do it again.
It might take a little longer, but maybe.
We all know your senses are heightened when you're drunk.
Do you know what? Right, I think you're right, Rich. For me, I always used to say this: 1.5 pints is the optimal time to do anything, because you have 1.5 pints and your inhibitions are slightly lowered, but you're not fucked enough to overthink it. And I used to do that whenever I played live. I didn't always get the concoction right, but whenever I used to play guitar, I always used to aim for 1.5 pints before I went on stage. Like I say, enough for the nerves to go, but not enough that you can't remember what you're meant to be playing anymore.
Exactly. Your walls are down.
Yep.
Yes.
My parents always have told me when it comes to me, because I have such bad social anxiety, they're like, once you've had about 2 drinks in you, Chad, you are the perfect person to have fun with.
Yep. There we go.
Yes, there you go.
Damn, I got the opposite, Richard. After you've had 2 drinks, we're ready for your ass to go home. No, but I've had some where the first time I got drunk after I had my wreck, I was with 2 really, really good buddies, and they're like, "We're gonna get you drunk." Okay, I swear to y'all, I swear to them, I could see. I was that drunk. I was like, I gotta pee, and they was like, "Okay, well, here, we'll carry you outside." I mean, because I didn't have a clue where I was going, where I was at, and my buddy Garrett was standing out there, and he told me this the next day. He said, "Richard, you was out there going pew, 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 pew." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, I asked you what the hell you were doing. You said you were shooting them alien fuckers that kept coming down." Don't remember it. Don't
You know
remember.
what though? You just said like my buddy named Garrett, and it's like that could not be more Georgian name. It's like I got on hold to my friend Tex and Garrett and Gunslinger, and I was like, right, let's shoot some aliens.
I'm really fixed to get you to make me be redneck, because his name's Garrett. My best friend's name is Corey, and everybody calls me Bubba.
Nice.
Hey, we all got to have a Bubba in our life.
Yep.
Exactly. But I mean, it really gets your walls down. I've gone driving whenever I've been drunk after I lost my sight. That was quite the adventure.
Well,
there,
you
too.
were driving.
You think that'd be the last thing that let you do?
Yep.
This
Driving
is
service madness. Come on, man.
It was a 4-wheeler. I will say that, but it was again with Corey, and granted, most of our adventures were drunk. And he's like, "I'm gonna let you drive." Okay, he's like, "I'm gonna walk beside it. Don't go fast." Okay, hit the accelerator. I did. I just hit it harder than what he thought I should have. And went over a ditch, over a dirt road, and he said I came about 3 feet away from hitting like a concrete, like a abutment kind of thing.
Shit, man.
You know what? You said that, and yet I still want to do driving in the dark.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can't do it when you're drunk, then you ain't never
Yeah.
gonna do it because you'll think too much about it.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess since we're sharing our drunken escapades, I'll share the first time that I ever got drunk. So I was already 21, but I've honestly been drinking since I was like 15. Probably wasn't the best idea with how much screws I've got loose in my head from a young age, but I did it and learned from it. But yeah, the first time I ever got drunk, I was already 21, and I was celebrating my really good friend that I've known since 2nd grade, his 21st birthday. So we go to this Mexican restaurant, and he has a friend that works the bar, and I mean, he made the single strongest margaritas I've ever had in my life. And I mean, I was thinking like they're giant, like fistbowl sized margaritas, and I'm telling you, after one, I was already buzzing. So of course I went back for another one, and it was just fried out my mind. So by the time that we get done, we're all drunk. Like my friend is literally standing up against a beam in the restaurant because he can't even stand up straight on his own. I had to have one of his friends take me to the bathroom because I couldn't walk straight, and I was having problems standing. So literally, the dude is having to hold me and look away because I couldn't stand up on my own to use the bathroom by myself at the urinal. So we go out into the parking lot, and we're all drunk, and I'm trying to talk my friend, like, dude, you can't drive me home. We're gonna fucking die. He's like, no. I'm like, no, we're gonna call my parents, and we're gonna have them come get us. We're just gonna leave your truck here in the parking lot, and we'll bring you back to get it in the morning. So we call my parents, and the first thing, my mom's like, what are you doing? I'm just like, we're standing in the parking lot. She's like, are you drunk? I'm like, absolutely. She's like, do you need us to come get you? I'm like, absolutely. So they joke to me to this day when I start drinking, like, oh, don't give Chad too much. She'll start saying absolutely. I've always said that once when I was drunk, guys. Okay, let's move on from that.
But as we're waiting for them to come get us, we all decide, hey, let's all see if we were to get pulled over, who would pass that sobriety test. So we all go on a white line in the parking lot and start walking straight. And what do you know it? The blind bastard who's drunk walks the straightest out of all of us. And I was like, I would pass. So
Blind power.
Yeah, exactly. Blind power. So we get home. He stays with me. And my guide dog, of course, I had Andros at this time. I left him because I knew there was a possibility that I was just going to be gone. So I come home, and the first thing I do is I look at him and go, Andros, what's up, buddy? And he's looking at me like, what is wrong with my master? So I literally fall on my knees, and I start going, Andros, I love you. I love you so much. And he's just freaking, he's trying to run away from me like, no, Andros, I love you. Get back here. So I literally just start crawling around trying to hug him. And then to make this a funnier story, basically, I used to have gauges in my ears. And the first time I ever got my ears pierced, I just got them pierced. And then we tried to take like a needle and stick it through the gauge so that we could put the gauge in. Yeah. But of course, we did it too soon after I got my ears pierced. So it closed. So we were literally trying to stick this needle through my ear, and the adrenaline finally gets done. So he brings me into the bathroom of the McDonald's, and I have my head in the sink. And he's literally turned my head over to the left while right in the line of sight of this old Korean man's dick while he's whipping out the door of the bathroom. And I'm just like, dude, I swear to God, if you don't let me move my head, I'm going to kill you. So in my drunken stupor, he's sitting on the floor looking at me, and I have the door of the bathroom open, and I can't stand up. So I just, on my knees, I'm like, hey, Michael. He's like, what? You remember when you made me try and look at that dude in the McDonald's bathroom or the bathroom? He's like, yeah. I'm like, revenge, bitch. And that's the first time I ever got drunk.
Fuck.
Shit, man.
Mate, margaritas are the worst. Like, honestly.
I love them, but my God, they bring them out in this like big giant fishbowl glass, and you're just like, seriously, dude, how do people have more than one of these? Because if you even make it the slightest bit strong, you're done after one.
Mate, I've drunk margaritas once. It was in Boston, and we were at a karaoke bar. I'd already done karaoke once. I'd sung like Blink-182 or some shit. Had a few margaritas. I think it was a Queen song. I don't really know at this point. Got back to wherever we were standing at the table. I looked at my friend, then just looked down at my shoes, threw up. And then as my friend was pulling me out of the club, threw up on him, threw up on the bouncer on the doorway, threw up on him again.
Oh my God!
In the alleyway. Then we walked home back to the hostel, and I was still fucked. And I just started. I was like, right, I need to wash these clothes. Just started stripping off. Just like, I just need to get these clothes from the washing machine. Just started getting my fucking clothes off.
At that point, you're like, dude, am I dying? Am I okay? Why can't I stop throwing up?
That wasn't. I'd stopped throwing up at that point, but at this point, I was all dirty and covered in vomit. I was just like, let's get them in the washing machine. It's a hostel. They don't mind. I'll walk around in my boxers. And then when we got back to our hotel, hostel room, I picked up some new clothes. I was like, I'm going for a shower. Came back. Turns out the friend that was walking me home had climbed up the bunk bed, but because he was so fucked, got about halfway up, and then fell backwards off the bunk bed into the fucking coat hooks.
Oh.
It was an odd night.
Yeah.
And on that note, let's end the slide. We'll keep chatting after this.
Yeah, we got to end it somewhere, I guess.
But let's kill the slide here, which is less about barbecue and more about I haven't even told you the story of where I shit my pants and walked home and put them in a bin.
Just stay tuned.
We did talk about barbecue for a little bit.
On a future episode, we'll do that story. That is a fiasco in itself.
That'll be part 2 of the barbecue and drug.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. As far as the sliding on.
Thanks for listening to the Seesaw Podcast.
You can find us on Twitter at Seesaw Pod, Facebook, Reddit, Instagram, and YouTube at Seesaw Podcast. You can also email us at seesawpodcast@gmail.com. Like, rate, review, and subscribe, and then you can also find us on TikTok, but get us on all the other places.